Maybe we should get the mic on first. What is up, Blue Crew? How's it going, Green Giants? And what is up, Deep Red Alliance? Welcome to another DEEPREDS episode. I appreciate you guys jumping on in. Let me know how the volume, the audio, the video, and everything is coming through. Hit the like. Thanks for hitting the subscribe. If you're a new subscriber to the channel, I am grateful. Another day, and we got some DEEPREDS, guys. We've hit some DEEPREDS in the past couple of days, and we got some good ones, man. We got some new ones to be mentioning. We got some new DEEPREDS that are looking like some pretty good plays here. Definitely high risk, high reward. Definitely, I think only a small amount of people probably even know about these, right? So that even makes me feel even better about it, right? What's up, Bradley? Rye Guy in the house. Amwood in the house. Good to see Rye Guy, man. Haven't seen you in a bit, dude. Amwood. Casper at 009. Yeah. Went to 009 at one point. Let's go. Yeah, gotta love the DREC Alliance, right? The Decentralized Recovery Alliance. XRP, Algorand, HBAR, ADA. The Blue Rose, DAG, right? Rose token, DAG, Casper, BSL, Hashpack. Speaking of Hashpack and Hedera, let's jump into it, man. We got a handful of tokens from the Hedera ecosystem to be getting some exposure to right now while they're in the DEEPREDS. Obviously, Hedera itself is a great opportunity, HBAR, the HBAR token, but the Hashpack token being part of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance, I think is a really big deal. And also, if you guys use Hashpack, you'll see that swaps or transactions, you get rewards in Hashpack token. So this is a very useful token within the HBAR ecosystem. So not only is HBAR very useful in itself, Hashpack is a useful token. SOS, the Saucer Swap token, the DeFi ecosystem within the HBAR ecosystem. SOS is at 5 cents right now. I think this crypto is at least destined for 10 cents, so I don't mind getting a 2x out of this while I'm doing some liquidity pools with HBAR and SOS. But then there's also some sleepers in there. You got Bank Social, right? BSL. A Blue Crew loves the BSL crypto. Some people may say it's dead, but hey, the HBAR community is saying something different. Guys, we got 25 people jumping on in, raging on in here. If we could be just smashing that like button, I would appreciate it. It will help us already get halfway to our 50 like goal for the video. And I'm so grateful to everybody who's been helping us meet our 50 like goals for each video. Let's keep that momentum going, and then maybe we can even step it up to the next level. We'll see. Sam, appreciate you. What's up, man? So other tokens, Hashpack, I'm super bullish on. It's at a penny, 1 billion supply. Hashpack users get rewards for doing swaps through it. Staking, you could stake your HBAR through it. You can stake your Hashpack. You can do HBAR Hashpack liquidity pools. It's a very, Peck is looking like it's like second, friend here on HBAR, right? It's just like kind of like Atom and Osmo are. It's looking like HBAR and SOS, HBAR and Pack are looking like that dynamic duo. Maybe like XLM and Aqua, for example. The Aqua must flow. Gotta love that XLM ecosystem. NLT has almost given us a 2x from the 504 DEEPRED that we have been mentioning in the past. Now taking us to 507, close to 508. We almost got a 2x coming here. But once again, I'm excited to just ride the volatility. I do hope that NLT does have a revival of some sort, right? And hopefully they're setting up for something like that. Maybe they're testing holders. Who knows? I would love to know what happened to my NLT that I put to stake for fun tokens, but that's a question in and of itself. That's a different question altogether. ApeCoin, what's up, XRP bag holder? Shout out to the ApeCoin fam. Much love to you. Been laying low. Summers are busy AF. I hear you, man. I hear you for sure. Other ones in the HBAR ecosystem. We're staying in the HBAR ecosystem, man, because this one's, underexposed clearly, especially with some of these cryptos and their supplies, right? So you have 1 billion supply for Hashpack and it's at a penny. Check this one out. The NFT marketplace is called CentX for Hedera. And the XRP token is at 69 cents currently with the 100 million supply. I repeat, a 100 million supply at 69 cents. Coffee money could go a long way here. We could be doing some damage, especially if HBAR HBAR has shown nothing but just exponential growth over time, right? And if they just continue building, continue doing what they're doing, they get into the league of those top DeFi projects, you know, in the league of a Solana, in the league of a Cosmos, right? Then sky's the limit here for Centex with the 100 million supply at 69 cents. There's one called Da Vinci or Da Vinci Graph or OM. There's like 3 different names for this thing. But Da Vinci Graph on HBAR, you can find it through the Saucer Swap. I was looking at the liquidity pools to see what HBAR ecosystem tokens are kind of popular, drawing the most volume, right? This is how we kind of found some of these tokens. Da Vinci Graph is at 009, 90 million supply. And I think just from that supply alone, I forgot what the utility for this crypto is. But I like that it's in the HBAR ecosystem. But Da Vinci Graph, I think it's I think it has to do something with NFTs, obviously, like that. But at 009 with a 90 million supply, $5 can get you what? Maybe hundreds, a high 100, maybe 1,000. I don't know. Probably more, right? And then you have 90 million to go up against. That's freaking crazy. So I'm loving the price and the supply dynamic there for Da Vinci. This one's, I think, could be the biggest sleeper in the HBAR ecosystem, or 2 of them. Okay, these are the last 2. Karate at 0001 at 110 billion, negative 79% right now. So it's easy to get 1 million Karate. It's 110 billion supply. It's a crypto that does have a strong community, you know, utility within its ecosystem, building on HBAR, right? Hedera promotes it. And then this one, I think, is a sleeper at 004 with 160 million supply. HAI. This is called Hizen AI, looking to build, you know, the future of AI agents and, you know, through the Hedera hash graph here. So I think this is a really big deal, you know, just having some AI thing to focus on in the HBAR ecosystem. But seeing that they do have working products, seeing that they do have working, you know, connections as well with Hedera and Hashgraph. So HAI, Hizen AI 004 at 160 million supply. My gosh, like $5, you're already doing some damage there, right? You know, of course, some of these can, you know, flip at any, like with a price like that, 160 million, 004. Dude, this thing could go to 4 cents next week. You just never know with cryptos like this. And I'm not saying it is going to go to 4 cents next week. Could go to 4 cents next year. Could go to 4 cents never, right? It's a high risk, high reward crypto, but I'm loving that supply to price dynamic. And my $5 can turn into 50. My 50 can turn into you know, 100. My 100 can turn into 1,000 possibly. Like that's, you know, type of play like that with money that I could afford to lose. I'm not saying I have $1,000 that I could afford to lose. I'm just throwing out different price ranges there because I know different people are working with different types of money out there. But once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community. And Rye Guy said it right there. SHX is a prime example of you never know. Dude, exactly. And if we're just playing with algorithms here and people speculating on these algorithms, and some of them are finite or at least have low supply, even though they're inflationary, they have these low supply, and you get just, hell, you just get 1 day in the sun. That could change your life, right? And, you know, some of these HBAR plays I think are ripe for the taking, dude. I think nobody's talking about HBAR. HBAR has been a behemoth, you know, just, you know, freaking iceberg. We're just at the tip of the iceberg of what we're discovering here for HBAR and what they're doing, right? Hell, it's like they invited Ripple into the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. Like Ripple seems like they have a lot of respect for Hedera and HBAR, right? And we've seen them at the same, whatever that crypto ball was, right? Whatever that freaking thing meant for the administration. But it looks like, definitely HBAR and XRP are looking to be some of the top platforms, if not the top cryptos in the next 5 to 10 years, man. XRP and HBAR, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like top 2, right? All right. We know that it's going to be SHX to be the top one above them all, right? Guys, thanks for the 26 viewers. If we can get 26 likes, that would be amazing. That would put us halfway to our like goal right there. Appreciate everybody. All right. So we jump out of the Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem. I'm loving just the opportunities there for, maybe some quick trades, just volatility. Nobody's thinking about it. I mean, things like sauce under 10 cents, Hashpack under 5 cents, HAI now coming into the fold, of course, Bank Social. We like XPnet as well, at triple zeros with a 1 billion supply. Unbelievable. Let's jump into some of the Atom ecosystem DEEPREDS. We found some new ones here. 153 million supply at 3 cents ELYS. This thing's been drawing volume, though, in the Atom ecosystem. I've been going to the map of zones to just kind of see what other cryptos outside of the ones we've been generally talking about, like Atom, Osmo, AKT, IrisNet, what's it called? Regen, IXO, right? What other ones are out there that, Injective, Celestia, right? Those are ones to be looking out for as well. But ELYS, I saw in that bubble that's drawing some interesting volume with a 153 million supply at 3 cents right now in that Cosmos ecosystem. And Cosmos ecosystem, nobody's thinking about. Neutron's on the list for sure. Neutron's a good one right there. Amwood, within that bubble of cryptos. Kava is a finite supply, and it's drawing a good amount of volume within the bubble of the map of zones right there as well. So the Atom ecosystem is ripe for the taking. I'm loving the price of even Atom and being able to just try to get maybe 100 Atom if I can, or 1,000 Atom if I'm, freaking fancy, and just being able to, what's it called? And being able to, being able to just build up staking rewards for when the bull cycle comes and then just cash out the staking rewards. Yeah, Kava. There's also one called Lava. Lava, I think, is doing some stuff with AI agents, if I'm not mistaken, but I think this may be from the base ecosystem. We can jump to Lava just a little bit quick, but that is one of the newer cryptos. Lava Network at 5 cents, negative 34%, 1 billion supply. I mean, that's not bad numbers right there either. But yeah, I've been trying to look into that base ecosystem. I know Patsy loves that base ecosystem, and we love it too. We got to take advantage of some of these new ecosystems that are growing, right? We're trying to just see which ones are likely to be those powerhouse ecosystems and then taking advantage of their, coins within them, right? Hell, FLR might be a great opportunity right now, obviously. It's still such a young project. I don't know if I would go for anything else within its ecosystem outside of just FLR and SGB, but eventually there's going to probably be some third or fourth crypto that is worthy of being in that same, in that bubble. Thanks for the info, man. Cali Dad, no worries, man. Nobody's doing it like we do, man. And we're underappreciated for it, I think, at least. And but hey, it is what it is. We've been doing this for years, and we just keep doing it, and nobody else does it like we do. I definitely know that for a fact. I don't know any other crypto YouTubers out there just shouting out like endless cryptos and trying to find them at their lowest, right? And at like their deepest, or like low, at least negative 50% down, right? 30 million per XRP. What's up, FPS 420? Let's go into, okay, so we talked ELYS at 3 cents, negative 84% down. It's just showed up in the past 90 days, 153 million supply. I repeat, 153 million. Like, holy cow, we can do some damage with coffee money there. Stride, STRD at 9 cents, negative 87% down on the year, 100 million supply. So, Stride here is definitely one of the big volume gainers in the Cosmos ecosystem there. sub 10 cents with 100 million supply. I'm liking those opportunities there for Stride, STRD. You have Agoric. We've talked about Agoric in the past, and still Agoric is in those deep reds, man. This crypto's been in the deep reds for a long time at 0.005, negative 91% down, 1 billion supply. We also have Dragon Chain, not in the Cosmos ecosystem, jumping out of the Cosmos ecosystem now, but that Cosmos ecosystem is right, man. I'm loving getting, dude, I would try to get, if I could, like 100 at least, or 1,000 Osmo, try to get the 100 or 1,000 Osmo, 100 or 1,000, you know, Atom, put those to work right away, have those staking and building up staking rewards. Right now, Iris, not Iris, what is it? Omniflix. Omniflix is one of my favorite opportunities. This crypto went to like what, 40 or 50 plus cents, right, in its last bull cycle. This thing's at a penny now. Could we get a 50x? That would be amazing. And if Cosmos, you know, turns out to be the real deal Holyfield here, that's going to be huge for things like Omniflix. And they're still building project. They're still doing their things. They're still like the media center of the Cosmos ecosystems right there. So Omniflix at a penny with what, less than 1 billion supply. I think it's in the millions of supply, if I'm not mistaken. I love doing some damage there and getting 20+% APY staking and building that up for the bull cycle. Cali Dad, hell, maybe I would do that. Maybe I just go into Omniflix. I'm not saying I'd go all in, but if I'm picking like an Atom ecosystem strategy and I'm just entering for the first time, maybe I'm getting some Omniflix at a penny here, getting that 20% staking, and then all my staking rewards just going into Atom and Osmo, and then staking them, you know, and building up those staking rewards as well. What's your top 5 coins you like? XRP, Algorand, or XRP, HBAR, Algorand, XLM, SHx. Maybe I'll switch XLM out because SHx is in there. So I'll put XX Network. XX. I love Dragon Chain. Been talking Dragon Chain for a long time. Yeah, but I would say like those are like some of the powerhouse ones that I think are legit. What's up, Lizard King? Good to see you. Appreciate everybody. Good question though, man. Appreciate you, Cali Dad, for asking that. I do have some Bitcoin and Solana. By the way, guys, in the description below, people have been killing it. I've been loving. Thanks so much for signing up and using the referral code. Helps you get extra Satoshis for mining Satoshis on your phone through the Ember app. And we've been killing it, man. We have like a hell of an army now, just like freaking mining through that app and making predictions and, you know, just doing our thing every day, just clicking, start earning Bitcoin. It's been really fun. So yeah, we do have some Bitcoin. We definitely have some Solana. We talked about Solana since way back in the day when it was, you know, even at $1 or $15. Before now it's, you know, what, mainstay at 200. These are cryptos I don't like to talk about too much because they've already kind of like made their moves or have like kind of made their names known. Now I like the cryptos within their ecosystem. I still like Solana in the grand scheme of things, and, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, but I kind of like just going for the DEEPREDS within their ecosystem. Ethereum, I'm not the biggest fan of. I just don't get it. I'm not a developer. I'm a user of crypto. I'm an investor and user of crypto. And as an investor and user of crypto personally, ETH is not my bag. Maybe as a trader, it could be. Maybe I just didn't trade into the right memes and just took an L in terms of the losses in the transaction fees in order to get ridiculously high profits. I'm not, you know, I just like being able to use my crypto to exchange very quickly, as cheaply as freaking possible, with the crypto that I'm trying to get, right? Or with the thing that I'm trying to get, right? For me, it's about speed, it's about efficiency, and it's about, you know, low price transaction fees, right? And I think that's, you know, what a lot of crypto users want. So for me, ETH is not in my bag, even though it's going to probably make us all, you know, make a lot of people money and stuff like that. I just like kind of the ecosystem cryptos within ETH, because if ETH runs, those ecosystem cryptos will probably just kill it, right? So things like measurable data token, for example, I love measurable data token at around 2 cents with the billion supply. I mean, that's freaking, you know, just easy Easy right there. ETH starts blowing up. Next thing you know, measurable data tokens 20 cents or $2, right? And nobody still knows about it. So that, those are the type of like plays I like for some of the cryptos that already have a lot in their market cap. XRP is a different animal, in my opinion. I think XRP should have a much higher market cap than where it's at right now. So I still like purchasing XRP. But yeah, I like just earning my BTC passively now through the Ember app. So I don't have to even think about purchasing BTC. And then ETH, I just don't even want to just dabble in that world. I've just had too much fun in the Atom ecosystem, in the Solana ecosystem, in the HBAR ecosystem, in the XLM ecosystem. I just honestly don't care. I probably have missed out on millions of possible dollars I could have made through the Ethereum ecosystem if I had just kind of understood how to work with the fees and everything like that, but not my bag. Binance, damn man, Binance is a powerhouse, man. That crypto just, doesn't. That's kind of like a Bitcoin. Don't matter. Like XRP and BTC and Binance are like those three that it don't matter what you're saying. They're just gonna go. They're just gonna do what they're destined to do. Keep building. My main bag is XRP. Hold on for dear life. Damn right, dude. It's got to be. XRP is the main bag. Easiest one to send, cheapest to send to. Strongest validator system in the whole freaking crypto universe. You think we will be able to earn yield off SHX one day? Definitely, man. And if you're not earning yield off your SHX, then you don't know about Aqua, right? You got to set up an Aqua liquidity pool, make your SHX and Aqua, pair up your SHX and Aqua, or pair up your SHX and XLM, start earning some Aqua rewards, and then you can convert your Aqua rewards into SHX. Or you can be staking some Dogstar through the XLM ecosystem, right? XStar is the ticker. By the way, that's probably my favorite meme token. That thing has done just such good for me. I love the Dogstar and XStar ecosystem. Just cranking out rewards hourly, daily, right? And then just whenever I want, being able to convert those rewards into blue bricks, into XRF, right? Which is, one of the best deals, I think, right now, XRF in the XLM ecosystem. Reflector, millions of supply, about 13 cents, right? To start doing just getting whole numbers of that before XLM really takes off. That's the native Oracle solution for the XLM ecosystem. You have the CTO of XLM talking about Reflector. XRF is a major sleeper in the people are sleeping on a lot of these projects just because they don't see the price doing much and it's a low price. But when they start seeing the price being high and it's doing a ton and everybody's talking about crypto, all of a sudden their bank account's empty and they're throwing it into crypto, and then they're freaking getting destroyed on the bear cycle, right? Yeah, Dovu is great. I like Dovu a lot. Dovu's another one in the HBAR ecosystem there, Donald. I appreciate you. Yeah, native Oracle solution for the XLM ecosystem. So, Oracle provider, probably using XRF as the gas token for the Oracle, right? Just like Chainlink, right? Just like, Band Protocol, right? Let's see, what else we got? Subquery at 0008, negative 81% down, 10 billion supply. Subquery token has connections with not only the Cosmos ecosystem, but the XLM ecosystem as well. Subquery token SQT, we haven't seen what a bull cycle looks like for this crypto just yet, but I'm excited to see what it's going to do. I think it can knock out at least 2 zeros, right? So if we can go from 000s to 8 cents, that would be out of this world, right? And I think that's possibly, with the 10 billion supply, I think that's achievable. You got other cryptos that are at a 10 billion supply already at 8 cents. Right. So SQT, if it's a real big, deal project building on up here, I'm excited to see what it can do. And of course, guys, always do your own research. I know I kind of just gave like a general explanation of XRF and Reflector, but once again, the CTO, the CTO can talk about it better than I can, and then of course the CTO of Stellar can talk about XRF better than I can. Right. He was the one who gave it a shout out. The Aqua must flow. Love Aqua. Dude, Aqua just is nonstop. Aqua is nonstop. That is a sleeping giant of a crypto, because if the XLM ecosystem just grows, Aqua is just a an automatic beneficiary from it, right? So Aqua at 001, that is one of the best plays, man. That one's going to probably for sure be multiple pennies by the time the bull cycle is going along. Love H-bar. H-bar has never went over 25 cents, man. Why is this a good buy? Good to buy into. It was good to buy into at 2 cents, and now it has taken us to 25 cents. And I think it has gone over 25 cents before in the last bull cycle. We saw it going from 2 cents. There was people like you, Cali Dad, who were coming in saying, man, it hasn't broken past 2 cents. All right, I think we're back. I think we're good. All right, guys. So we get a sign from the phone that it's overheating, so we gotta move on with the show here. Oh man, give me a sec. Okay, let me know if we're back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I guess I will just watch the replay. Oh no, let's not hope that you do just that, man. No. All right, so yeah, you know, I like VeChain. I'm excited to see what VeChain could do in this next bull cycle, without a doubt. Guys, I appreciate your support and sticking through. This is the worst show with the best community. Let's keep running down through some of the DEEPREDS here. Okay. We talked about Dragon Chain at 2 cents with 433 million supply. We got Plume, PLUME at 8 cents, negative 45% down on the year at 10 billion supply. We have SQT, we were just talking about earlier, subquery token at 0008, negative 81% down on the year, 10 billion supply. I'm loving XRP Corium. What else? He's there. 100 million supply for XRP at 5 cents. Unbelievable. EWT at $1.29 with 100 million supply. Karate at 000 110 billion supply. We mentioned that earlier when we were talking about the H-bar tokens. Have you looked at Spark token? We're not talking about FLR, right? We're talking about something else that is called Spark. I'll have to write it down. Here, let me write it down. Okay. Post-quantum security stock, they have partnered. Oh, what's going on? Okay. They have partnered with HBAR, also a DEEPRED crypto. WeCan, LAES also holds them a crypto treasury reserve. WeCan is only DEEPRED in a treasury reserve. Interesting. Okay. I mean, HBAR is definitely. I think there's something with HBAR for sure, because I remember when they were so small, and now to see how big it's gotten, I think this is legit. I think this is, I think for sure HBAR, anything in that ecosystem is highly undervalued right now. You're in and out, my guys. Anyone experiencing that, right? Works with Tron. And thoughts on Jam and the HBAR network? I like HBAR network for sure. Jam, we've been through the whole roller coaster. That thing's been in the DEEPREDS for a long time. Like that's definitely an interesting DEEPRED crypto. From what I understand, I think it died and then came back to life again. I mean, it still seems to be like the only music crypto in the HBAR ecosystem. So maybe it's still worth holding at the end of the day, man. WLD WorldCoin at 94 cents. Anytime this thing's under $1, man, I appreciate it. By the way, guys, I appreciate you guys hitting the likes and helping us get at least halfway to our 50 like goal for the video. Helps us keep doing what we're doing. But WLD here, Sam Altman's in the game now, you guys. World Network or WorldCoin Foundation and what they're building, with trying to lead in the digital identity space. Negative 43% down on the year, 10 billion supply. We talked about Osmo in the Cosmos ecosystem earlier at 16 cents, negative 62% down on the year, 633 million supply. Love being able to stake that or use it for its DeFi purposes. Probably the Cosmos ecosystem's favorite crypto is Osmo. FET ASI at 64 cents, negative 51% down on the year, 2.7 billion supply. You got Lava. We talked about that earlier. LAVA, Lava Network at 5 cents, negative 34% down on the year, 1 billion supply. We got OmniFlix. I talked about that one at a penny, negative 87% down on the year, 100 million supply. You got Stars for Stargaze or Stargazers, I think, but it's Stars, STARS. 001, negative 87% down, 4 billion supply. We could stake that on the Cosmos ecosystem as well. IMX at 54 cents, negative 61% down on the year, 2 billion supply. I still like Immutable X and what they're trying to do with, you know, just interoperable on, you know, Web3 gaming here. 54 cents, 2 billion supply, negative 61% down. I'm liking the opportunities there and the ease of being able to get it in the VeChain ecosystem, or not in the VeChain, sorry, in the Coinbase ecosystem, or in the Coinbase app, I mean. AKT, Akash at $1.17. Dude, we're getting close. If this thing goes sub $1, man, we might have to just straight up only focus on AKT. But I'm liking AKT at $1.17 here, even at negative 60% down on the year. Being able to stake it, build up staking rewards, 388 million supply. You got Rose at 2 cents, negative 56% down on the year, 10 billion supply. We got NLS at, or Knowles, or no, not Knowles, Nolus, Nolus, and then the ticker is NLS. 007, negative 49% down on the year, 1 billion supply, right? So we can do some damage on that easily. Near Protocol is one of my favorites right here at 1.2 billion. This thing's a behemoth at $2.53. We got Ton. I like, hey, no pun intended, but I like Ton a ton, man. Telegram is no joke. I'm not a big user of it, but I understand there's tons of users of it, and Ton is the freaking crypto for the Telegram community and the Telegram ecosystem. So Ton at $3.16. Usually, this wouldn't be like, there's better opportunities in terms of price with supply, right? But Ton, man, at $3.16 with a 10 billion supply, there's utility. This is a utility crypto, and I'm liking being able to get whole numbers at least, even if it's 1 or 10, maybe 100 if you're lucky, or 1,000, right? But I think you can maybe stake your Ton as well. I'm not sure about that part, but if you can, you know, I'm liking the future prospects here for Ton. I mean, new age, you know, kind of new age crypto, but the platform has definitely got some staying power. So I think this thing's going to be around for some, you know, some years, if anything. Theta is one of my favorite DEEPREDS, you guys, at 80 cents, 1 billion supply. I mean, Theta was at $15 plus last bull cycle, right? So at 80 cents, 1 billion supply, Theta looking like a major sleeper. I've talked about Mana before. I'm liking, you know, Atlas and Mana right now. Those two gaming cryptos. Atlas is at like what, triple zeros or double zeros. I would be taking advantage of that before the gaming hype cycle starts coming around again, and then these things start blasting off because they're low micro cap, you know, kind of micro cap cryptos. Mana at 2.8 billion supply. This thing was at $5 once upon a time. It's at 29 cents. So Mana, loving the, and that's an Ethereum ecosystem crypto that I'm pretty, you know, extremely bullish on right there. So once again, guys, I'm going to appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, thanks for hitting the like. We're trying to hit 50 likes for this video, and the sooner we hit 50 likes, the sooner we'll try to stream and give you guys another set of DEEPREDS that we'll deep dive for and try to find. But appreciate everybody's support. We're going to do a fast track round. Let me see if there's any other questions out there. Appreciate everybody. Couldn't hear me on VeChain. Yeah, VeChain, supply chain crypto, leading supply chain crypto, bullish on it. Wish they were made in the US. Don't like that they're overseas, but they're in Singapore, which is a leading, you know, innovative tech country. I liked it more when it was sub pennies. You know, I've gone through the whole history with VeChain. I remember when it was VEN, right? It was on Ethereum, and it was a millions of supply, and then it migrated away from Ethereum. And, you know, now it's its own ecosystem. So I've been through the whole journey with this thing. I just wouldn't put more than I could afford to lose. I would get a happy bag of it just because I know it's a utility crypto and it's trying to solve an interesting use case, and it's like one of the first to try to go in that direction. But yeah, we actually have a hype video of VeChain. If you guys ever want to check that out on our channel, that you can check. Just go to our videos section and you'll see one with VeChain there. All right, guys, let's go to our fast track round right here. I'll write down ORI right there for Sol. All right, so fast round here of our DEEPREDS of this video here, you guys. We got Centex at 69 cents, 100 million supply. PAC at a penny, 1 billion supply. Da Vinci at 009, 90 million supply. HAI at 004, 160 million supply. These are cryptos you can find within the within the HBAR ecosystem, within the Hashpack, within the Saucer Swap, right? BSL, Bank Social, right? Cryptos like this. ELYS, 3 cents, negative 84% down. Stride, 9 cents, negative 87% down. BLD, 005, negative 91%. DRGN, 2 cents, negative 60%. INIT, 35 cents, negative 57% down. Plume at 8 cents, negative 45% down. SQT at 0008, negative 81%. XRPH, dude, bullish, 5 cents, 100 million supply. Up on the year, but down in the past 90 days. EWT, $1.29, 100 million supply. Can stake it, build up those staking rewards for EWT. Has connections with Ripple big time. What's up, Wayside? Good to see you, brother. Much love, man. Karate at 0001, 110 billion supply. WLD at 94 cents, negative 43% down. Osmo at 16 cents, negative 62% down. FET, yeah, Nano, gotta love XNO, let's go. FET at 64 cents, negative 51%. Lava at 5 cents, negative 34%. Flakes at a penny, negative 89%. Stars at 001, negative 87%. IMX at 54 cents, negative 61%. AKT at a penny, $1.17, negative 60%. Rose at 2 pennies, negative 56%. NLS at 007, negative 49%. Near Protocol at $2.53, negative 47%. Ton at $3.16, negative 43%. Theta at 80 cents. I mean, that's all I got to say. And then Mana at 29 cents. My gosh, man. Amazing deep red opportunities out there. Just happy to be able to build up the supply, put them to work, start staking them right away, and build up those staking rewards for the bull cycle. Who knows when it's coming? Hopefully, sometime soon, maybe in the end of the year. Then that means there's, we don't have that much time before the bull cycle starts coming around. So appreciate everybody. Once again, thanks for hitting the like on the way out. Thanks to any new subscribers to the channel, helping us get to 6K. And once again, I am always grateful. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community. Thank you, Blue Crew. Thank you, Green Giants. And thank you, Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eye, and we keep it crypto. I'll keep trying if you guys keep trying, and I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. Much love. Adios.